Hi, Esther. Good evening.
Hi, teacher. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm great, thank you.
That's good to know. Well, so I sent you a PDF, right?
Mhm.
It is the list that I told you yesterday we talked about. It's about the stative verbs or non-action verbs, right? So you have the verb agree, appear, believe, right? She didn't agree, right? She wasn't agreeing, okay? Agreeing, don't forget that those non-action verbs are those that we can conjugate it with the ing form. Is the case of appear. I'm not believing, it's incorrect. I don't believe, it's okay, right? Even if maybe we want to change in the continuously form, it's gonna be understood if we write it in the simple present tense, right? Or maybe the past, but not in the continuous, okay? Then you have the correct part. The first column is the verb. Where in the first column you're gonna find the verbs, then the correct answers, and those answers that are incorrect, right? Then you have in page number 5, some verbs can be both, right? Stated and dynamic. This dynamic is are those verbs, right? That act as a stative verb, right? Or it's what I explained you yesterday, right? For example, is the case of have, right? If we're gonna use have as stated, it means own. I have a car, so that I'm the owner of that car, right? If I'm gonna use that verb as a dynamic verb, it's part of an expression, okay? I'm having a party, I'm having a picnic, a bath, a good time, a break. Then, and something that I want to send you though that is gonna help you a lot, right? Where is it? Okay, the use of the verb go, right? Okay, we have go shopping, go home, go dancing. If you're gonna express an activity, go for a walk, go for a swim, go for a run. If you're gonna go, maybe you're gonna travel, not travel, but go out, hang out, maybe go on a date, go on vacation, go on a cruise, go to a church, go to school, go to bed, go to a party. That's the reason of why we have, well, it's similar, a party, right? A picnic, a bath, a good time, a break, okay? Everything is with the article a, okay? And go to the toilet, go to the hospital, and go to the cinema, okay? So these expressions are very common. So don't forget the correct use of the preposition. It's very important, right? Yes, so that's gonna help you, right? Do you have maybe any question?
Just teacher. Okay. The picture that you send me, it's for example for go shopping, go home, go dancing, right? And
Yes.
it's the, I don't know how to say, it's the row. It is in the same row, en la misma
Um,
fila.
I'm sorry, in the same what?
Fila,
Um,
row, right? O sea,
yes, yes. Todo el verbo principal es go. Lo que me voy a enviar de esta imagen es que a veces queremos expresar ciertos lugares que vamos a dirigirnos a. Voy a ir de compras, voy a ir a caminar, voy a ir a una cita, voy a ir de vacaciones, voy a ir a la iglesia, voy a ir a, o ir a una fiesta, right? Ir a un bar, ir al hospital, ir al cine, ¿ok? Es el primero con go shopping, go home, go dancing, ¿ok? I'm gonna go home, right? I'm gonna go dancing, right? I'm gonna go for a walk because I'm stressed. I'm gonna go on a date with my boyfriend. I'm gonna go to the church to pray. I'm gonna go to a party or to a bar with my friends. I'm gonna go to the toilet. I ate something, it was bad, right? Okay, so the thing, the point of this picture is the use of the preposition, okay? Parece algo sencillo las preposiciones, pero es un poquito más grande de lo que aparenta. Entonces, para hablar de las preposiciones, tenemos que ir por partes, right? So this is something basic, right? I'm gonna, at the end of if we're gonna have time, at the end of this lesson, I'm gonna show you a presentation, right, for these prepositions, okay?
Okay, teacher.
All right, thank you. Do you have maybe another question about it?
No, teacher, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, don't worry. So, all right, so we're gonna start with today's classes and, okay, give me a second, I'm gonna open this. We have to know how to use a preposition, right, the prepositions, especially when we talk about in, at, and on are the most common, right, because we sometimes got confused. But in other words, in, the preposition in, well, we need a deep explanation, right? Necesitamos una explicación un poquito más profunda, but yeah, something in general, right? And then we're gonna look for all the explanation, right? Oh no, I get it. I guess I have the, okay, I'm gonna do it right now, but give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen with you. Once you can see it, please let me know.
Yes, teacher, I can see.
Okay, this is a PPT, right? Okay, so the first one is in, the preposition in. We're gonna use in to talk about things that are general, right? The correct pronunciation is like an E, right? Not directly an I, right? In, no. It's like a little bit more like E, right? In, okay. La pronunciación es como tildada más a la letra E, no tanto como I, right? Lo mismo que sucede con esta preposición of, right? Tengo dos, ¿ok? Esto que actúa como un particle de algún phrasal verb, turn off the TV, right? This one, right, has a different pronunciation. It's very, very little, it's a subtle difference between these words. It's like off, okay? It's like a V, off, right? So take care. Son detalles muy minúsculos, pero importa demasiado la pronunciación. Cuando hablamos de este particle, right, que viene siendo de los phrasal verbs, la pronunciación va tal cual, off, con F. But if I'm gonna talk about this preposition of, it's not like off, right? Si voy a pronunciar con F, off, se va a escuchar como esto. Entonces, la pronunciación es como off. Can you try it, please?
Okay. Off and off.
Very good, thank you. What can we say? It was part of a party, right? It turned off the TV. That's the difference, okay?
Okay, teacher.
All right, let's continue. This preposition in is that preposition that goes here, right? In. okay, goes for something in general, okay? We're gonna use this preposition to talk about months in June, only in months, right? Not about dates, okay? When we're gonna give a, when did you finish your career, right? I finished my career in June, right? In June, okay? But I'm not saying the exactly date, the exactly date of my career. When did I finish? Okay. Cuando solamente vamos a hablar del mes sin dar una fecha en específica, es decir, algo general, utilizamos la preposición in, okay? In February and December, okay? Then this is general, okay? To talk about years. In 1985, right? As you can see, I'm not I'm not saying or I'm not using the specific date, right? It's something in general, right? In 2019, right? In 1066, okay? Then when I'm gonna talk about periods of time in the summer, in the 80s, in the past, I'm gonna use the preposition in, okay? As you can see, this is the most general preposition that we can use, okay?
Okay, teacher. And for Christmas, I could use in or
Okay, depends on it depends on the situation. If you're gonna give the specific period, you can use in, right? But if you're gonna mention maybe the specific hour, then you could use at, okay? But the most common is in Christmas, right? In Christmas, okay. In holiday, and Thanksgiving Day, okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Right, let's continue. Okay, this is an example. Could you please read it?
And my birthday is in April.
Great, my birthday is in April. My birthday is in April. Great. Read it, please.
England won the World Cup in 1966.
Great.
I usually go to the beach in the summertime.
Okay, thank you. As you can see, we're mentioning months, right? Years and periods of time. Okay, then we're gonna continue with the preposition on. I'm gonna write this part. Oh no, that's a terrible photo. Where's it? Okay. On. Okay. Oh no, I was supposed to do a little bit more bigger. Okay. All right. Well, on is gonna help us, or is used for dates, or a specific part of a day. As you can see, it's a little bit more specific. That's the reason why we always say on Monday. I'm gonna see on Monday, not in Monday, not at Monday, no. On Monday, on Friday, on Sunday, right? This is very important. In the other slide, right? The first one, we've seen that when I'm gonna talk about months, we're gonna use in. But what happened here where we're using in on, sorry, okay? Because we're explaining, or we're explaining the specific day, okay? Cuando la diferencia entre on e in en cuanto al uso, in es únicamente para meses, no doy la fecha. Pero si ya voy a mencionar la fecha, me corresponde utilizar on. Y va de la siguiente manera. Primero va la preposición, luego va el mes y luego va la fecha. Y no podemos olvidarnos, dependiendo como son números cardinales, tenemos que poner first, second, third, right? Since number 4, right? And the pronunciation is like a C, right? 4. From number 4 till number 9, all the numbers, yes, all the numbers are gonna finish on TH, okay? So in this case, 15, right? 7, first, okay? When we're gonna mention the specific date, we're gonna use on. But if it's only the month, we're gonna use in. And we have parts of a specific day. On Monday morning, on Friday evening, on Saturday night, okay? So yes, that would be, that's a specific part of the day, okay? Do you have any question?
Yeah, teacher. Well, yes, I have a question. I used to say on holidays. Yes, it was it was good or not to say on holiday.
What was the whole phrase that maybe you wanted to express?
Sorry, teacher.
Okay, well, okay, you have the option, right, to use on, right? But when we're gonna say holiday, it's a specific day, right? So we can use on the holiday, but we have to add the article the, okay? Would be on the holiday.
Okay.
If it's necessary, but you can also use it without the article the, right? On holiday, I went with I went to, I don't know, I went to visit my parents.
Oh, okay,
right?
teacher.
So it depends on the situation, but you can use on. So it was great. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
All right. Let's continue. All right. Could you please read the example?
Okay. I will meet my friends on Saturday.
Great.
I was born on February 15th.
Great.
I did my homework on Tuesday evening.
Great. I will meet my friends on Saturday. I was born on February 15th. I did my homework on Tuesday evening. Notice that it's not Tuesday. Tuesday is like CH, Tuesday, Tuesday, okay?
Tuesday.
It's like a CH, Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
Great. Now it's okay. Thank you. February, Saturday. Yes, it's great. Great. So yes, let's continue. Okay. Now we're gonna continue with address the issues for a specific time, such as time of day, meals time, and holidays, right? This is very important to know. That's what I explained you at the beginning, right? When we're gonna use, for example, the answer, well, not the answer, sorry. The question was, what happened with holidays, right? When we're gonna mention, or we're gonna use the article the, we're gonna use on. But if we're gonna use the holiday without the article the, we're only gonna use at. Eso también tiene una lección aparte, el uso del artículo the, okay? cuándo podemos utilizar y cuándo no. Entonces, cuando vayamos a utilizar el artículo that, tenemos que utilizar la preposición on the holiday, right? Pero si ya voy a utilizar sin el artículo, puedo hacerlo directamente con at. At es el más específico. Vamos a verlo, no te preocupes, vamos a ver una lección aparte de cuándo utilizar el artículo, ¿verdad? Porque es una de las preguntas más frecuentes que hay. No es complicado, pero sí hay que saberlo utilizar. Right, well, now we're going to continue. When I'm going to say time of the day, meal times, holidays, we're going to use at, okay? Te había mencionado que at es más específico. Entonces, el que es general, in. Que es un poco más específico, on. Y el que es súper específico, at. At 4 o'clock, at 10:30, right? So that's the reason why we always say, I'm gonna see you at 3 p.m. please, right? I'm gonna see you at dinner time at 8 p.m. at midnight. Okay, so when I schedule the homework, I say you're gonna have until midnight, or at midnight is gonna be the due date. Okay, and then we have at Christmas, at Thanksgiving, at the weekend. Okay, we have some examples. Let's meet at 8 o'clock. Could you please read it?
At lunch time, I usually read a book.
Okay.
People sing carols at Christmas.
Okay, thank you. So as you can see, when we're gonna give the specific, well, or we want to mention the specific hour, or we want to be more specific than in and on, we're gonna use at. At is the most specific preposition that we can use. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Any
Teacher,
question maybe?
can I see the table of at, please?
For sure. This one?
Yes.
For sure. There you have it.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Great, let's continue. Okay, so now you're gonna have a quiz, okay? So what do you think?
Okay. Kevin's birthday is in December.
Right. Oh, something that is important.
And
when we're gonna in Spanish.
December.
Sorry?
And the pronunciation, teacher, was in December.
In December, right? December. When we're gonna say, or we're gonna mention the months of the year, when writing, I mean, we always, this doesn't happen in Spanish. We use capital letter, right? June, May, right? The same happens with the days of the month. Okay, so let's see. And it was great. How about this one?
I get up at 7 o'clock.
Great. I don't know why I'm writing if I have the option there. If I have the answer there. Okay, thank you. How about this one?
It is so cold. In the winter.
Okay, great. Thank you. In the winter.
I saw a musical on March 2nd.
Sorry?
On March 2nd.
It was, oh yes, it was great. This
I
one?
moved to England in 2018.
Great. Everything was great. Okay. So yes, that will be everything about the lesson. Then I'm gonna bring you, I don't have it right now. How about when we're in, when we're gonna talk about when we're gonna go to cars or bus, right? So we have to take care. But I'm gonna bring you the lesson for tomorrow because I don't have it in my PC, right? I don't have it in my computer. I have it in my laptop. There is a subtle difference when we're gonna talk about cars, about buses, okay? But y todo depende si estás parado, si estás sentado en el auto, dependiendo de qué tipo de movilidad sea, vamos a utilizar otro tipo de preposiciones. I have a video for it. I'm gonna send you once I found it. If I don't, I'm gonna show you the lesson I'm gonna bring you for tomorrow, okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you. So do you have maybe any question about the lesson we've seen? About the
For
preposition?
maybe if I want to talk for directions of at the street, for example, I was at 45 Venezuela Street, or something like that. I could use at for directions.
If you're gonna be specific, you are gonna use at, right? It works at the same way. I'm gonna, for example, when we're gonna talk about the first one that we use is on, right? On is generally used for street locations. For example, on May Street, right? So my house was on Delaney Street, right? Then, if we're gonna be more specific than that, I mean, I'm gonna give the exact direction. Then we're gonna use at, okay? We can say in neighborhoods, in Chinatown, in Washington, and the United States, right? And I don't know, in La Paz Avenue, right? No, it is not like that.
On La Paz Avenue.
On the correct, yes, you get it, right? When we're gonna talk about the streets and avenues, for example, Pennsylvania Avenue. To talk about islands and Hawaii Island, Fiji Island, right? Y acá entra este tema que te había mencionado hace un momento, pero te lo voy a traer para mañana. Pero para que te des una idea, when we're gonna use large vehicles, right? Para hablar de like large vehicles, is like train, bus, ship, we're gonna use on because we can walk on there, right? But I'm gonna bring you more examples like that, don't worry. When I'm gonna give the number of my house, I'm gonna use at, okay?
Yes.
Specific locations, at the corner, at home. Do you get it?
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Okay, don't worry, don't forget. Neighborhoods in cities, countries, avenues, streets, on, island, on, large vehicles, on, right? At, for addresses, 1940 Pennsylvania Avenue, right? Specific locations, at home, at corner. Do you get it?
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Okay, well, in the preposition in, cuando la diferencia, bueno, igual mañana te voy a traer ejemplos, pero para que te des una idea, la preposición at utilizamos para hablar de aquellos, hace rato te había dicho para hablar de large vehicles. At the bus station, at the entrance, right? And then cuando ya no podemos tal vez caminar en el vehículo, es decir, en un auto, utilizamos la preposición in. ¿Ok? Pero si yo por el contrario, sí puedo caminar, es decir, cuando yo subo un bus, puedo caminar. Entonces, on the bus, right? On the train. Pero si no puedo caminar y es un auto donde directamente te subes y te sientas, in a car, utilizamos la preposición in. Do you get it?
Yes, teacher. Now is the explanation is good. Thank you.
Okay, and the same happens with the plane. I'm gonna go, we can say by plane or on a plane. I'm on a plane. Cuando yo digo on a plane, significa que estoy dentro del avión y que tengo la posibilidad de caminar. Entonces, para large vehicles, we use on. Para aquellos movilidades, no desconozco, solo conozco el auto, pero sé que hay algunas máquinas también donde subes y te sientas nada más, utilizamos in. Do you get it?
Yes, teacher. And for places that are public places, maybe church or library, I could use and, right? Or
I'm sorry? For
church or maybe a library or places that are public.
yes, you can use it, right?
And
For example, when you're gonna be specific, it's at the bus station. If I inside of the bus, I'm gonna say on the bus, okay? At the entrance, at the crossroads, right? At college, at home, at the reception, at school, at the bottom, at the cinema, at the corner, at the desk, at the dinner, at the door, at the end of the lane, at the entrance. Okay, it's specific, right? It's very, very specific. In a box, in a car, in a building, I found my pants in my pocket, in my bag, in New York, right? Then if it's something, well, if it's an example of a large vehicle, or to give directions, though, on the left, on the right, on the way, on the right, on the radio, on the carpet, okay, on the bus, right, on a plane, okay. It depends on the about the place. It depends on the place. Okay.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
You get it? Is there any question, maybe?
No, for example, if I stay inside to a place, I had to use at, right? For example,
If
I was at library.
At the library, yes. If you're inside, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
If
you're inside, yes.
If
you are no.
I want to say,
let's talk. Let's take the example of the church, right? I'm at the church, right? We were supposed to use at. Okay, because I'm specific. I'm being specific. Okay. But what could be another example for you, or maybe what the other situation maybe?
With church or with another?
Yes, yes. You can use it, right?
For example, I was at church, it will be right.
Yes, it could be okay,
Oh,
right?
okay. Mhm.
Dependiendo demasiado si es que estás dentro o no. I'm in church, right?
For
Estás
example,
afuera.
en pasado, si dije en pasado, yo estaba en la iglesia, I was at church, or I was.
Okay, if, for example, if you already been there, right? I was in the church, right?
Okay.
So you have to use in because it's giver. More specific is on. It's a smaller one. And at is very, very specific. Okay.
Okay. Okay, teacher. Thank you. Mhm.
Okay. Do you get it?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
All right. All right. Thank you. And it depends if you're gonna use the article the. Okay. Depende también si vas a utilizar el artículo the. Pero te voy a traer más diapositivas para mañana acerca del artículo para que te puedas dar cuenta, porque, claro, si ahorita te explico en qué tipo de situaciones, si estoy adentro, si estoy afuera, si utilizo, si no, in college, at the, on the college, right, or at college. So there is a difference, okay? But I'm gonna bring you for tomorrow because we're not gonna have time, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Even though if you're inside of a place, you can use inside of, there's no problem. I'm inside the church, right? On church, on the church, right? It depends of the article. I'm at home. It means that I'm right now. I'm at school. I'm at university, at college, at the top, right? I'm at that side. I'm at the reception. Okay. If I'm in a place where I can't walk, I'm in a car, in a taxi, in a helicopter, in a boat, in an elevator, right? We can also use for newspapers, right? I guess I know you, but I don't remember when or where I saw you. I guess it was in the newspaper. Look at that. Look at that. Like a helicopter in the sky, right? For a street in Oxford Street. How about those places where I can't walk? I'm gonna travel on a bus. I was on a train. No depende tanto del tiempo verbal, sino que depende de cómo, si estás adentro o estás afuera, right? O si estuviste y el tiempo verbal es muy aparte. I'm on a bus, I'm on a train, on a plane, on a ship, right? Even though for those, as I told you, that's the difference, right? When I'm gonna describe the bicycle or motorbike, I'm gonna use on a bike. On a motorbike, on a bicycle, on a horse. I was riding on a horse, on an elephant, on the radio, on television, on the way, right, on the left, on the right. Okay, so it depends of what are you gonna talk about, if you're inside or if you're just outside. Okay, but I'm gonna esto de las preposiciones depende demasiado, because we have prepositions of direction, of movement, right, of place, right? So it's a big one. I'm gonna bring you the whole lesson for tomorrow, right? Because of the time, okay? Aparte que, bueno, entre las más confundidas que hay es on, in, and at, right? Then the prepositions of place are a little bit more easy, right? Because we have a specific one for each one, okay? For example, when we're gonna talk as I told you, right? In is when maybe we're gonna, or we have a 3D space in the back, in the classroom, in a box, to talk about territories in London, in Europe, in the Alps, in the world, right? When we're in car, or maybe vans, in the car, in a van, we can also use with oceans, maybe in the sea, in a river, in a lake, and the swimming pool, right? With printed material, in a book, in a picture, in the newspaper, as I told you then. When we're gonna talk about points, at a point, at the door, at the crossroads, at the traffic light. When we're gonna mention at top of a place, right? At the top of the stairs, at the bottom of the page, at the end of the street, okay? Cuando hablamos de lugares específicos que estén altos, utilizamos at the top of the city, for example, at the top of the stairs, at the top of, at the bottom of the page, at the end of the street, right? When we're gonna talk about group activities, we're gonna use at a party, at a concert, at the cinema, at school, at university, at home, at work, to talk about shops, at the bakery shop, at the cafe, right? At the chemist, okay? And the preposition on, it's also a preposition of place, okay? On the table, right? My cell phone is on the table, right? My cell phone is on the carpet. My I don't know. I don't know what else to say. My chair is on the roof, on the sofa, right? To talk about floors. On the first floor is my apartment. Oh no, I moved on the 5th floor. On the right, on the left, and well, something in general, right? For public transportation, we're gonna use on the bus, on the train, on a plane. When we talk about public transportation, are those it's that transport where we can walk on, okay? And to talk about medias, radio, TV, internet, website, on the radio, on TV, on the internet, on a website, okay? That could be maybe the most general explanation that I can give you right now with speaking, right? But I'm gonna bring you more for tomorrow, the prepositions of place, and then because we don't have that in person, I guess. Yes, now I see we don't have it in person, right? So it's very important to know what is the difference between the prepositions. Okay, so do you have maybe any question or what do you think?
The article it's important for the preposition on, right?
Yes.
I could use on if I use the article the to me.
Yes, it depends on if you're gonna use what kind of preposition, right? So if I'm gonna use maybe one preposition, right? Maybe in, but then the name, what I'm gonna mention, needs the article. Dependiendo del nombre, el nombre depende del artículo depende la preposición. En otras palabras, más resumido. Ok, entonces si a veces no utilizamos el artículo porque a veces no es necesario, right? Cuando no es necesario directamente lo omitimos, right? So it depends on it. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, don't worry. Well, this definite article, right, is the most frequent. okay? As you know, we have the article A and N, right? An apple, a student, okay? We are going to use as a general information, okay? We're going to use the definite article, okay, in front of a noun when we believe the listener or maybe the reader knows exactly what we're referring, okay? Because there is only one, okay? For example, the moon. I only have one moon, right? So the listener or maybe the reader knows exactly what we're referring to, okay? Who is the president of Peru? There is only one president in Peru. The moon is very bright today or tonight, okay? There is only one moon, okay? So this is why we use the definite article with a superlative adjective. He's the tallest boy in the class because the listener knows, the reader knows, right? You know who is the tallest boy in class because you know him. He's the oldest, it is the oldest building in the town, right? So another use for the article, for this definite article is there is only one in that context, right? We live in a small house next to the church. The church in our village, okay? So it's part of the context. That, can I borrow the car that belongs to our family? So it's part of the context. It's very obviously, right? When we stayed at my grandmother's house, we went to the beach every day. The beach near my grandmother's house. It's obviously. I looked at the boy over there, right? The boy, and I'm pointing at, okay? Look at the boy over there, right? Astrid, look at that. Look at the boy over there. So it's obviously, right? Pointing to that guy. So that's the reason of why we use the article, right? Again, we're gonna use the article that when we believe that the listener maybe or the reader knows exactly what we're referring, or maybe because it's the only one, the moon, the president, right? When we're gonna talk about a superlative adjective, the tallest, the oldest, the biggest, right? When there is only one in that context, the church, the car, the boy, right? Or maybe when we have already mentioned it, right? A young man got a nasty shock when he tried to rob a jewelry shop in Richmond. I'm gonna send you this part of that short story, right? That I found. Okay, look at this part. I send you to the meeting chat, right? As you can see, it's in the chat. A young man got a nasty shock when he tried to rob a jewelry shop in Richmond. Okay, the man used a heavy hammer to smash the window in the shop, right? I already mentioned, so I have to use that. Then we're also gonna use this article that to say something about all the things referred by a noun. The wolf, or no, the kangaroo, no. What can we say? The herd pumps blood around the body, right? Herds pump blood around bodies, okay? A veces cuando todas, para hablar de algo acerca de todas las cosas de las que vamos a hablar están haciendo referencia al nombre, el corazón bombea sangre alrededor del cuerpo, ¿ok? es diferente que yo diga los corazones bombean sangre alrededor de los cuerpos, ¿ok? Entonces, en la primera, the heart pumps blood around the body, right? I'm saying something about all the things referred to by a noun. The kangaroo is found only in Australia, right? Kangaroos are found only in Australia. There is a subtle difference, okay? Ahí hay una gran diferencia, okay? The wolf is not really dangerous animal. The wolf is not really a dangerous animal. I'm using the article that. Why? Because I'm saying something about all the things referred to by a noun. What is the noun? The wolf.
Teacher, una cosa, ¿está proyectando su pantalla?
I'm sorry?
Disculpe que le interrumpa, ¿estaba proyectando su pantalla?
No,
Ay.
I'm not showing something.
Okay, teacher, sorry.
Right. That's the reason why I send you to the chat, because I don't have it right now. Right? I don't have the presentation right now, but I'm gonna bring you more for tomorrow, okay? But that's the difference. In other words, it's a general explanation, okay? Es una explicación en general, así que no te preocupes. Mañana lo vamos a ver más, más específico, ok. Voy a traer ejemplos y todo. Pasa que ahorita estoy desde mi PC y antes utilizaba la computadora, perdón, la laptop. Entonces ahorita no lo tengo.
Sí, no se preocupe. Ajá, yo pensé que estaba presentando.
No, don't worry. It was great. Okay.
Okay.
So, do you have maybe any question? I know it was something in general. Maybe you have more doubts, but until I explain, until this part, is everything clear or not really?
Yeah, for I understand, or I understood that the maybe that the I don't know how to say, the objective of the in at what is the that they try to speak or try to, or we can use these prepositions when we want to talk about, for example, for exactly thing or direction or time, no? If I want to speak with more example, I could use at, for example. But for the article, maybe I could use on, with on, and with and, right? But I can difference between that, for example, between on and and.
Okay. Okay, give me a second before to continue. When I'm gonna say the moon is bright, okay, the moon is bright. In some cases, we can omit the article, right? This lesson about the articles, it depends on the noun, right? It depends if the noun is gonna depend on the article, right? But for this, right, we have to know all the prepositions, right? As I told you, we have prepositions of place, we have prepositions of movement, we have prepositions of time. The basic one, the basic prepositions, I mean, the only thing that you have to know by now is that on, well, in is in general, on is specific, and up is very specific. Okay. A moment ago, I told you that in some cases, not always, of course, but in some cases, it depends on the article. What happens if we don't know, if we really don't know? We omit the article. You know what? Why do we do that? Because of the, because it's already understood, right? A veces omitimos el artículo cuando es totalmente innecesario. Eso te lo he explicado para que sepas como dato extra, porque en realidad cuando ya utilizamos las preposiciones, no tiene mucha relevancia el utilizar o no el artículo. Solamente si es que fuera algo en general. I don't know, Neil Armstrong found a doggy on the moon, right? As you can see, I'm using the article because of the noun, because I only have one moon, right? And I'm using the preposition on because it's a specific one, okay? So for those, we have some words, some nouns, I mean, like that, where we're gonna use the article that. Pero algo que también es importante saber es que no siempre va a depender del artículo, perdón, del nombre, ¿ok? Esto del artículo con la preposición, siempre se le da mayor importancia a la preposición, ¿ok? Por eso te digo, hay algunos casos donde se va a cambiar a the moon or on the moon, right? Pero eso va a depender del nombre, ¿ok? Voy a ver si, yo creo que para mañana la voy a traer la lección de cómo podemos identificar. No es muy complicado, porque basta que nos enfoquemos solamente en la preposición, porque la preposición va a definir tu nombre, ¿ok? On the street, what can we say? Another example, maybe in I don't know, I don't have an example right now. At the moment, right? On the moment, okay? Yes, that example is great. At the moment, right? There is nothing found here, right? By this moment, right? By the moment, everything is okay. On that moment, the police found the robbers, right? As you can see, there is a subtle difference even when I'm gonna understand, right? Incluso cuando voy a tratar de entender, el uso de la preposición va a definir mi significado, ¿ok? No influencia demasiado el tiempo verbal, no, de hecho no, lo que pasa totalmente desapercibido, pero sí que hay que saber lo más importante, más que el artículo de, porque el artículo de solo lo utilizamos para cuando es algo en general, por ejemplo, para aquellas cosas de las que sé que tú vas a entender, que al leer esto tú vas a entender. Yo creo que tú vas a entender, porque conoces que solo hay una luna, hay solo un presidente en cada país, ¿ok? Entonces yo digo, the president of Bolivia, right? Sabes, yo puedo imaginar que sabes que solo hay un presidente, que sabes quién es el presidente. Ok, para esas cosas que solo tenemos una, utilizamos el artículo de, ok. Hay una más, hay un uso más del artículo, pero te voy a traer ejemplos porque te voy a confundir ahora mismo. Lo que hace un momento te decía, para todas esas cosas de las cuales, para decir algo acerca de todas las cosas que van a ir van a hacer referencia al nombre. Por ejemplo, I'm gonna say, okay, the herd comes what around the body. Ok. ¿Puedes imaginar tal vez por qué estamos utilizando el artículo that?
Porque está hablando en general que el corazón.
Ok. Voy a copiar directamente. Ay, no sé cómo se llama. Pump, hurts, pump. Blood around. Okay, which is the difference? Can you identify?
Um, ¿cuáles son los-
Okay, in this one, I'm gonna try to write another example right here. The kangaroo. The kangaroo is from Australia. Right. Kangaroos. Kangaroos are found only in Australia. Okay. Yes. Well, I forgot to write this. Okay, there you have another example. The other use of the article the, okay, let's see. The kangaroo, the herd, okay? This information, right? I mean, all that I'm saying, right, is referred to the noun. In this case, to the kangaroo. In this case, to the herd. I mean, you know that I'm talking about maybe it's not something in general, because this one is in general, okay? What is the difference? We are going to use the article there to say something about all the things referred to by a noun. What is the noun? The kangaroo, okay? Toda esta información está haciendo referencia a el canguro, ok? Cuando la información la que vamos a dar está haciendo referencia a un solo nombre, ¿cuál es el nombre? The kangaroo. ¿Cuál es el nombre? The herd. ¿Ok? Cuando toda esta información, la información que yo voy a dar, va a hacer referencia a un solo nombre, voy a utilizar el artículo that. Cuando voy a hablar de algo en general, no es necesario utilizar el artículo that. ¿Ok? Acá es totalmente innecesario. ¿Ok? Porque estoy dando la información de todos los canguros en general. ¿Ok? Entonces aquí es totalmente innecesario. Nuevamente, ese sería tal vez el segundo uso del artículo that. Cuando nosotros vamos a hablar acerca de, vamos a escoger cualquier nombre. ¿Ok? Del nombre del cual yo voy a hablar que he escogido y de la cual voy a dar toda la información, de nuevo, toda mi información va a recaer en mi nombre. Right? Entonces ahí sí voy a utilizar el artículo the, ¿ok? En cambio, cuando ya es algo más en general, no es lo mismo que el primer punto, ojo con eso, no es lo mismo que decir el primer uso que te había dicho. ¿Cuál es el primer uso del artículo the? Cuando sé, cuando conozco, cuando sé que el lector o el que va a escuchar sabe del tema, entonces ahí, o cuando solo voy a mencionar algo que solo tenemos de un objeto, un material, alguna persona, ¿ok? Te daba el caso de presidente, tenemos solo un presidente en cada país, tenemos solo una luna, tenemos solo un sol, tenemos solo, a ver, ¿qué más? Tenemos solo un planeta Marte, ¿ok? Para todas esas cosas que yo voy a hablar, que sean propias y que yo conozca, es decir, que yo diga y que tú como quien va a escuchar y como lector vayas a entender, entonces lo omito, ¿ok? Y no es muy, por eso te digo, no hay que confundir el primer uso con el segundo uso. Este uso es cuando toda la información de la que voy a dar, me pregunto, ¿cuál es mi nombre? The kangaroo, ok. Toda esta información va haciendo referencia a un solo canguro, ok. The kangaroo is found only in Australia. Pero si voy a hablar de un grupo Si voy a hablar de algo general, omito el uso del that. Lo mismo sucede con este ejemplo. Mi nombre es The Heart, pero estoy hablando solo de uno. The heart pumps blood around the body. Pero ¿qué pasa si yo quiero hablar en general? Es decir, que tu corazón, mi corazón y de las demás personas tal vez, bombean sangre alrededor del cuerpo, entonces omito, ¿ok? Entonces hay que tener mucho cuidado con el primer uso y el segundo uso. No sé si tal vez ha quedado un poquito más claro. I don't know if maybe right now it's a little bit more clear.
Just teacher, it's clear. I suppose that it's in plural. If it is in plural, I can use the article the, right? The, but if I speak in specific, I only use in singular and I use the article.
Yes, in
or-
other words, yes, that will
Yes.
be the other explanation, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you have to take care in other words, right? Because this use of the article there, this article, and we're gonna find, and I found many students, and they confused with the article. Okay, when it's in general, you're gonna use without the article. Kangaroos, oh, it was sorry, kangaroos are found only in Australia. It's a general group of kangaroos. Hurt blood around the bodies. Oh, I forgot the letter H, sorry. So we're gonna omit the article that. And another thing, the pronunciation. In this case, I'm gonna pronounce like that, the kangaroo. How about this one? Oh, we're gonna suppose that it's apple. As you can see, there is a problem in this part. I can't pronounce the apple, right? I pronounce the apple. Para evitar el choque de vocales, este de cambia un the apple, the apple. ¿Ok? Y cuando ya no hay vocal y hay consonante, the kangaroo, the herd, pronuncia tal cual. ¿Ok?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
But we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna bring you the prepositions. Maybe we're not gonna have classes about the lesson in person, right? Because of the time, right? I'm gonna try to do it to secure the time, maybe 30 minutes about the lesson, person's lesson, and then the other 30 minutes is gonna be about the articles and the prepositions. But don't worry, we're gonna solve all the questions that maybe, or the doubts that we can have for tomorrow, okay?
Okay, teacher. Okay.
Or maybe, do you have any question in general?
No, teacher. No, thank you.
And yes, that was something I forgot, because we don't have this lesson in person, I guess. We don't have, no tenemos la lección completa in person. Okay, meanwhile, I'm gonna launch the poll. Can you please fill it? Once it's done, let me know. I have to send another poll. Lastimosamente no tenemos la lección de las preposiciones, y tal vez tengamos, pero en vocabulario, la verdad es que solo les asigno como tarea a los estudiantes, porque solo nos enfocamos en la gramática, right? Pero tal vez podamos encontrar, sí, uno que otro texto de person, pero así la lección en sí no la tenemos, ¿ok? Pero yo tengo las lecciones aparte, así que I'm gonna bring you for tomorrow, ¿ok?
Good teacher.
And
Thank
prepare
you.
your doubts that you could have, okay?
Okay, teacher.
All right. Any question maybe?
No, but then I suppose that I'm going to have doubts.
Yes, don't worry. Once we finish the lesson, tomorrow's lesson, then we're gonna solve all the questions that you could have. Okay?
Okay, teacher. Mhm.
All right. Thank you, Astrid. Thank you for your attention and have a great night. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Okay, teacher, thank you, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.